Hello and welcome back to LOWBORN, and indeed we're going to go into Zeonica, and we've got our Batanian friends actually helping us here. I was kind of partially considering waiting for a little bit longer, but I just thought to myself, you know what, I mean, we're literally going to just kill like 3 people every single time we destroy one of their catapults, and that doesn't seem particularly worthwhile in my opinion. So we're just going to go straight on in, and I'm going to try... I don't know. We're going to try to get... How many kills? How many kills should we try to get? It's going to be a little bit problematic because, let's face it, we really don't have a lot of kill potential. I know that sounds really strange considering we've got really... I mean, to be honest, I feel like we have really, really good weapon skills, but my weapons are... I mean, I wouldn't say that they're terrible, but I would definitely say that they... We might need to do a little bit better with them. We might need to get something that will provide us with some additional damage benefit. I've got to be a little bit careful here as well, because these guys can inflict massive damage with their thrown weapons. Got to be very, very cautious. They can be very, very damaging if we let them. Nice! That was some good damage. That was actually some good damage for once. There we go. Nice. Okay, there we go. Yeah, get him out of the way there. Are we gonna... Wait a minute. What are these guys actually doing right now? Are they okay? Because they seem to just be kind of running into us a little bit randomly here. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not sure what they're even doing right now. This is kind of... I guess it's okay. I mean, if they want to do that, then that is their prerogative. It is definitely making it a lot easier for us, though. That's for sure. I do feel I should probably get off my mount sometime soon, but we're not doing too badly on the mount at the moment, so I can probably just remain here for quite some time. And just look at the damage, and look at the amount of troops that they're losing. They're losing so many people right now, which is staggering. It's actually kind of weird. Usually they are not going to lose this many troops that fast, but I guess it's because we do have a person, i.e. me, with a significant amount of medicine skill, and that's going to make a huge difference to our overall survivability. So I guess it just stands to reason that our forces are doing much better than the opponent, right? It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that that will happen. So I guess that's it, right? I guess that's the main reason. And indeed, I think... You know what we should do? Tell them to charge. Let's go. Let's tell them to charge straight on in here. Nice damage, nice damage. I like it, I like it. Can we do some more? Can we do some more? Gotta eliminate these archers as best as I can here. Nice, there we go. And we're going to be receiving more reinforcements, or the enemy is going to be receiving more reinforcements very, very soon, of course. So we're going to have to be a bit aware of that. And is that the reason why my forces were just standing there? Because they kind of want to deal with the reinforcements? That could be it. And that would make sense from a logical perspective. You know, if they want to just stand there, just kind of eliminate enemies as and when they get reinforced, that might make sense. But I kind of want them to be as aggressive as possible, you know? I kind of want them to be attacking the enemy archers as and when they arrive, rather than, you know, just standing there, getting themselves murdered by them. Oh, that was a nice hit. That's what I want to see. I want to see hits like that over and over again. Thank you very much. That is definitely what we want. We want things like this. Thank you. Okay, can we get more? That's the question. I don't know. I mean, we've so far... I mean, I've got 56 kills. Should I... Okay, you know what? I didn't say how much I expected to get during this fight. That's kind of sad now to me, because I was kind of looking forward to, you know, testing my mettle, as it were. And trying to, you know, get as many kills as humanly possible during this. Or, shall we say, not humanly possible, but mealy possible. Yes, mealy. Yeah. But anyway, the point is, if I would maybe be able to get 100 kills, I'd be pretty happy with that, despite the fact that the enemy has a significant garrison here. And it is very, very... Oh, that was a nice hit. Can we get more of that? No, 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 no. Oh, yeah, we just totally failed that. That was very, very sad indeed. That was, you know why that was? It was because of the wall. It was because of the wall that was right next to us right there. That made a huge difference to our spear being able to hit anything. Wow, the legionary literally just died. That is quite funny. Alright, let me see if I can... Yeah, this is perfect. If I can do damage here... Yes. There we go. This is what we like. That's kind of the... This is kind of the deal right here. This is kind of the deal. I want things like this to happen every single time. This is the kind of damage we want to do. We want to get multi-penetration, right? Not just double or triple penetration. We want more than that. Thank you very much. That is kind of the... that's the most pleasurable for me. You know, I want to be able to penetrate multiple targets at the same time. Obviously, it's a little bit difficult to do that, you know, as a human, but there are ways. There are ways that you can make it work. You know, if you have a really, really long pole, for example, and it's really, really hard, you can penetrate multiple people at the same time. It's very, very useful. And obviously, you know, it's satisfying, you know? It's very, very satisfying. It's one of those, you know, it's one of those situations where you just kind of go, I am very, very pleased. You know, I'm just very, very pleased. And indeed, oh, look at that. Yeah, going in straight there. They had no idea. These men had no idea that they were about to be penetrated so extremely hard right there. And I mean, to be fair, maybe we wouldn't expect it either. I mean, to be honest, who would ever expect to see a guy roaming around in the courtyard of a keep, in a siege, just going around penetrating everyone that he can? I mean, really, no one's going to expect that because, first of all, how is he going to get the horse in there, you know? How is he going to get the horse in there? First of all, you know, with all the all the enemies standing there, you know, it's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be a very tight fit, you know? It's going to be super, super tight, and the fact that they have a potential for a horse to come in there, no one would have expected it. You know, no one would have expected it. It's going to be a tight fit no matter what, no matter who you are, to be honest, I guess. So yeah. Anyway, the point is, I think we probably have this in the bag. Ooh, this is a hello. Yes. This is perfect. Look at the timing. The timing was absolutely amazing. That's what I want to see. And look at how much damage I was able to do here. And the damage isn't even that good. Like, I could do so much more. Unfortunately, I just don't have the right weapon for it. Obviously, having a two-handed would definitely do the business here. But I would also be getting swarmed. I would be getting super hardcore swarmed by a majority of enemies. And that would be very, very difficult for me to deal with. We might be okay here. We might be okay here. I actually don't know, to be honest. How are we doing? Oh, we've killed 836. Okay, that's actually a lot better than I anticipated. I thought we were actually not doing very well because I was looking at the scoreboard there and I was like, wait a minute, 330? That doesn't seem particularly good. And then it was basically them. Yes, it's their kills. They're killing 330, so... Yeah, I just got a little bit mixed up there, but that's okay, because we are going to be fine. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Nice. Look at that. Massive. Penetrated 5 enemies at the same time. How can we say no? Really? Really? No, I mean, no one can say no. Can you say no? I don't think so. I mean, really? Come on now. Okay, so the thing is, are we going to be receiving more reinforcements, or is that it? Because it feels to me like they are starting to retreat now. Yeah, their morale is very, very low, so I wouldn't be surprised if they are going to basically give up here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do it in the next 10 seconds. No, I'm obviously joking. There's no way they're going to do it in the next 10 seconds, but I was kind of hoping with this additional wave of enemies that I'd maybe be able to force them into it, maybe, because I'm doing so much damage to them. Obviously, you know, killing things in a quick array of time, you know, just basically quick, you know, short amount of time, you can basically just go boom, 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 and then their morale is done, and then they're going to run away. And, well, you know, you can try to penetrate them as they run away, but that might be considered a crime in certain places. So you might you might want to be a bit careful. Yes, just a little bit. Anyway, I believe that is indeed it. I'm going to just speed. Wait a minute. Let's be a little bit careful. Don't really want to get myself killed. These guys are so low level as well. It's going to be super easy for us to eliminate them. They really have nothing on us. And yeah, we should be good here. I think we should be absolutely fine. And that would be a decisive blow for Britannia. And as I said in the previous episode, I'm actually extremely surprised that the Britannians even had the ability to capture another castle, because they did. They captured another castle when I wasn't even there. That was not me. I was besieging something else at the time, or on my way to somewhere else, and they managed to take it without my assistance. And that's something that's very unlikely. Usually they don't do that, you know. Usually they're very, very passive, because of course they are, you know. They're in a bad situation right now. You know, we're at war, or were at war with 3 different factions. We were having a hard time dealing with basically any kind of retaliation. And in the meantime, we were basically just losing enemies. Or shall we say, not losing enemies, losing fiefs. We were just losing fiefs over and over again. And it was very, very difficult for us to hold on to those. And that's the point. When you're on the back foot, it's very, very difficult to maintain your foothold unless the enemy makes a mistake. You know, if they make a mistake and you're able to capitalize on that, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what it comes down to. But most of the time, the enemy isn't going to make one. So, yeah, it's quite a spectacular thing, I would say, to be able to have the opportunity to recover this way. Because I thought the Britannians were dead. I thought they would be long done and dusted, basically. Because what are they going to do? You know, they've got 1 fief. If the enemy had come with 3,000 troops or something like that, because they do have the ability to field armies of 3,000, they can do that. And if they did, imagine. I don't know whether Maranath would have been able to stand up to that. Maybe they would have been able to. And if they were, then good luck. I mean, really, good luck to them. I think it would have been extremely difficult. But there you go. There's the victory for us. Let's see what we're able to get. We lost a vassal. Okay, that's really bad, actually. That's really bad that we lost a vassal. I killed 256, by the way. 256, pretty nice. And we're just going to let our forces go straight on in there. Let's see, 131, 190 influence. We do get a bunch of prisoners to take. I'm actually not going to take any of these, I don't think. Oh, should I? You know what? Yeah, no. Wait. Let me see here. I'm just going to do a little bit of something. There we go. Something like this. And then we're going to just sort them by tier. And then we're just going to take a handful of them. I don't want to take too many. I mean, I kind of do at the same time, though. So, you know what? I'm just going to do it. There we go. That is nice. All right, wonderful. Okay, so yeah, otherwise we also got some doctrines in the previous episode too, so I would love to be able to continue with that. Let's see what we're able to do here. So she obviously died. That is really, really bad. Let's show mercy here. Should I claim it? Yeah, I'm going to claim it. I'm going to claim it for myself. Let's have a look. Oh, it's all tier 3. It is absolutely bonkers how amazing this is. Okay, so the question is, do we want to... Let me see here. Oh, no. Okay, who are we going to do? Mr. Horse Thief. There you go. Mr. Horse Thief can go ahead and do this. Let's just smack a whole bunch of money in there. We've got loads of cash, so we might as well. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so, yeah, we should probably also go to the bank. Let's open an account here. Let's go and deposit some stuff. Let's go and put 20 million in here. Sorry, that's 2 million. My bad. Okay, 18 million. That's not it. There we go. Done. Okay. I think... Oh, I put 20 million in. Oh, no, wait. No, yes, that was actually accurate. Okay, perfect. The numbers. There's too many zeros. Thank you. Yeah, too many zeros. Not a problem of that in real life, that's for sure. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so the question is, do we want to sell all of this stuff? Yep, okay. I made another 5 million just there. 4.5 million, literally instantly. That is amazing. And I think I'm gonna probably... Should I hold position here? Let me just have a quick look at improved garrison real fast. I want to make sure we're recruiting things. Yes, we are. There we go. Okay, we are recruiting stuff. Let's just wait here for some time. Let's see what happens, because I'd like my forces to sort of recover a little bit. Kind of a bit worried that... Okay, there we go. Yeah, they're just going to run off somewhere. I'm actually going to let them go now. I'm going to let these guys go from my my party itself. There's the save. Yeah, it's probably a nice idea to get a save. Let's disband the army. There we go. They can go ahead and do whatever they want to do. Okay, so we have Jean Maris, and we also have Kerban Seth and Zeonica. So now the question is, what's the prosperity? Oh, the prosperity is insane. Wow, the prosperity. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Zeonica is literally just running away with the prosperity at this point. Let's go for some more Mariner skill. Might as well do that. Don't think we're going to lose too much from it. Preventive medicine for our son here. Combat tips, of course. Well built. Fury. And we'll go for a Swift Strike. Swift Strike sounds like a Decepticon. Or a kind of... well, maybe not. Maybe not. It's not as cool as something like Star Scream. I mean, really, come on now. It's got a lot of aura to it, hasn't it? Anyway... we are going to go over to Mr. Zeno, because he is obviously, for some reason, a defector from one of the Empire factions, and he is now he's now an Azerai person. So this is going to be interesting. How are we going to deal with this? Well, I don't know. Actually, I should have probably leveled up my troops before we go in here. As you can see, I'm actually almost clan tier 6 as well. Can't wait until we actually get there. Our house guards are absolutely insane. Look at our house guards right now. Wow, okay. Yeah, they are really doing very, very well. Let's get 110 with them. Let's get 110 with this. Look, he has so much experience. Look at how much experience he actually has. This is incredible. Okay, no skill points left for this troop. So that means that what I can do is I can get rid of some of these other things. So we don't actually need to worry about that. There we go. I just want to make sure that we have enough. There we are. That's fantastic. Okay, so the question is, can I can go to the next tier, can't I? I can't outrank the champion. Oh, okay, of course. Yeah, this is actually pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah, this is actually pretty bad. So now this is kind of annoying because we really do not have enough for some reason with the house champions. They should have more than enough. Oh, wait. Why is their bow not any good? Didn't I give them a noble bow? Where's the... Oh. Oh, you idiot. I'm talking about myself here. Okay, okay. You know what happened? You know what happened? We had the crash. We had the crash in the previous episode. And I had given noble bows to my troops before the crash happened, but after I had saved. So, yes, it didn't actually give me the... Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad, actually. That's pretty bad. So that means that my forces do not have noble bows, which means that they are going to be much less effective. Very, very less effective, actually. Much less than before. It is a significant difference, actually. So this is... now kind of disappointing because I was really hoping that what we'd be able to do is power level our house champions a little bit, as well as our bear-tailed units as well. I mean, obviously those guys really do need to level up quite a great deal for them to be any bit effective, because at the moment they are, well, lackluster. They are really, really bad, actually. I'm going to be the first person to speak plainly about that. Because as it stands, we are basically just, I mean, the tier 6 units that we have for the bear-tailed custom troops are just a little bit better than tier 2s, as far as I can tell. With the exception of their gear, of course. Their equipment is insanely good. Don't get me wrong. Their equipment is really, really strong, but they're, I'm going to tell everyone to charge in here, apart from the archers. Going to just tell the archers to come back over here. Just maybe tell them to go onto the little hill over there. I think that's probably going to be fine. I am going to be just going super aggressive here on these guys, because if we go super aggressive, then they can not really do much. Gazpacho, you know? So we're going to make sure... I think I need to explain... Do I need to explain that? I'm not sure. Maybe I do. Okay, I'm going to explain it because it's a little bit of an esoteric joke, I guess. Anyway, the point is, I said gazpacho because it's a type of cold soup. And I said super soup Get it? Yeah. That's what I mean. That's the point. That was such a bad joke. Such a bad joke, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. That just goes to show, doesn't it? All right. Sense of humor, very, very different from anyone else. Yeah, okay, so anyway, point is, we will be absolutely slaughtering these guys, no problem whatsoever. I actually wonder, are we gonna get promoted? Are we gonna get promoted anytime soon? Because it feels to me like I have, I mean, I have 3 fiefs, right? I have 3 fiefs, they're all towns. I should technically be granted a new fief. Or a new title, should I say, for the fiefs. I don't actually know what's going on with that, but yeah, maybe I need a castle or something, and maybe they'll, I don't know, maybe they'll give me something then. But yeah, my land holdings are so significant now that I personally feel like I should be granted a pretty, you know, pretty high tier title. You know, something cool, something that sounds fun and damaging and devastating. Obviously, the Britannians don't have the particularly, you know, the greatest titles in the world, you know, because Chieftain, Warden, stuff like that. I mean, Warden's pretty cool, but Chieftain, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of it. I'd personally prefer to have, you know, something, you know, be an Archon or something along those lines, but Archon is more of an Empire thing, so completely understandable about that. Anyway, she yields, and everyone else does too. Yes, wonderful. Alright, so let's have a look. Let's see what we can get. Let's get some of those guys. Oh, I don't even know what else to get, really, to be honest. I don't really want to get any of these. I guess the Imperial Sergeants. The Imperial Sergeants are quite nice. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for me. Thank you very much. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to have to go over to the people, or should we say over to the marketplace, and I will try to get my hands on some noble bows so that we can discard them and do this wonderful stuff. Oh, hello. He's going to promote me? Is he going to promote me? Yes! They are going to grant us the title of High Chieftain. Well, I mean, no offense, but yes, that's fine. I mean, I don't really like as I said, I don't really like the Chieftain title that much, but High Chieftain, okay, sure, I'll accept it, thank you. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, let's get rid of all this grain. I've got over 2,000 units of grain, which is actually hilarious. 147 days worth of food on me right now. Let's see. Do they have... They do not. Of course they don't. Okay. Wow, they have loads of money already. Are you serious? These guys already have all their money restored? It's actually hilarious. Okay, so let's just sell all of this. That's going to get me another 2 million. I don't even need this. I don't even need this money. But sure, why not? And let me see, Olowin has just leveled up as well. Let's go back into Jalmaris here like I did in the previous episode. Let's try and see if they do have some noble bows. They don't. Oh, no. Ah, dearie me. Wait, do they not? Or did I buy them and then just not use them? No, there they are. Okay, no, we do. Okay, wait a second. Let me just save real quick. Just to make sure that everything is going to go well this time. Okay, so first of all, yeah, let me go to my inventory. And let's get rid of these things. There we go. Noble bows, perfect. There it is, and we got it. Oh yeah, there we are. All right, this is fantastic. This is going to turn our house champions into absolute monsters. They will be so much more powerful. Look at this. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that is exactly what we want. Thank you very much. Okay, so the problem is these guys don't have the ability to use that. I think the veterans can, but everyone else can't. So wait a minute, let me actually just see here. Yeah, noble bow. There we go. Yeah, I did that wrong, of course. There we go. Okay, yes. Let's just do this. Noble bow. Where is it? There it is. And then the battle destroyers. We need to, yeah, it's a little bit problematic, to be honest, because generally, I mean, look at, he's doing okay. Yeah, I mean, his experience is not terrible, you know, but yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is pretty terrible. He's only got 81 in bows, and he's a tier 6 unit. So technically, he should be a lot better than he is. Oh well. Never mind. We can't really do much about it right now, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, we are still at war against the Aserai. So the question is, can we capture Poros? Can we capture Poros? Maybe we can. I think we probably can, right? I think we probably can. It's most likely going to be doable. Let's get nomadic traditions there. Pikemen, I suppose, and I don't even know really what to go for here. I guess we'll do braced. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. This guy's got some steward skill coming his way. And we got throwing skill for Gordiana, actually, hilariously enough. Let's get headshots. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So let's make our way over. We could potentially take the castle. I don't know. I'm making 63,000 per day, which is pretty crazy. Oh, no. Wait. What are you doing over there? 2,200. Can I even make it there in time? It's not even worth it, is it? Is it even worth it? Oh, we can make peace with the Aserai. Okay, let's make peace with the Aserai then, I guess. I mean, they want to. These guys don't. Do I... You know what? I'm just going to abstain, and they're just going to... Yeah, there you go. They're just going to push that through because Mr. Calradia wants to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to vote on it if it's a 50-50, in my opinion, unless I really badly want it to happen. So let's have a look. Where is Keban Seth? There. The prosperity is extremely low. So, do I care about this fief being taken? Not really. The Sturgians are not doing particularly well either, by the way, as you can quite clearly see here. They only have 3 fiefs or something like that, which is actually hilarious. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over... And we're going to try and go behind enemy lines. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go behind enemy lines, and we're going to try and see if we can maybe do a little bit of something here. A little bit of a sneaky. I'd like to eliminate that person, if at all possible. There we go. Okay. Nice little victory there. These guys actually are going to be quite dangerous, by the way. They're going to be quite hard for us to deal with. Oh, Sturgeon Reavers. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay. I'll take a couple of you. Thank you. Yeah, this is going to be harsh. Two-handed axe. Is it a good axe? I don't know. I'm going to be taking it, just in case. Okay, so let's actually see what happens here. So, I'd like to take Varcheg if at all possible. I don't know how many people they have there. Wow, that's a lot of people in that castle. Okay, so there's a trade agreement with the Aserai. We were just at war against them, but apparently a trade agreement is what we want to do. So I will be voting for that just to get that little bit of experience or relation with Mr. Calradia. Let's have a look. 1,100? Loads of food. Yeah, they have quite a bit, don't they? They have quite a bit. This is going to be very problematic. I wonder, what about an army? Can I get an army? Yeah, these guys are 2 days away. This is my son. That's hilarious. That's my son right there. Okay, yeah, so he's going to take quite some time to get here as well. Yeah, the problem is we've just got a lot of mercenaries. I do not like mercenary units in my party. He's no longer recruiting troops because they were called to High Chieftain Barney's army. Alright. Okay, let's see what happens. Maybe we can do something here. This is going to be... Oh, wow. They literally just... They sallied out instantly? Okay. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I feel like this is interesting mostly for the fact that all of my troops now have noble bows. Right? They all have noble bows. So it's very, very unlikely they're going to be able to do pretty much anything to us. But it's going to be funny anyway. It's going to be funny, I think. Alright, so let's get... Oh, no, I barely have any. I barely have any archers. I only have 9. Alright, well, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of sad. But I guess my my main guys, they have Jarids, so they're obviously going to be fantastic. Oh, yeah. Sturgians are actually known for having extremely large amounts of horses nowadays. for some reason. They have a lot of skirmishers, a lot of mounted skirmishers. This is a little bit problematic, isn't it? Yeah, this is bad. Well, if I can do some damage, at least a little bit, to some of their archers and things like that, as I said before, killing enemy units is so much better than doing damage, but obviously if you can only do damage, then that's all we're going to have to really make do with here. And generally, the funny thing is, if I'm able to do a lot here and actually achieve victory, we may in fact be able to just take take the town extremely fast and very, very easily. So that would be very useful and super, super nice. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing so far? I feel like we're not doing badly, but the enemy does outnumber us, so we do need to kill things a lot, because otherwise we will lose. Alright, so we're going to actually tell our archers to hold position here, and we're going to try to make a nice little consolidation in this area, because if we tell them to hold position, they'll hopefully switch over to their bows and start clearing out these wonderful horse archers that have been plaguing us this entire time. I say horse archers, but they're more like skirmishers, but the fact is they are a big pain, big nuisance for us. So if we can try to eliminate those, try to inflict as much damage as possible with our archers, try to get them out of here, we'll have a much better time of things. The question is if we're even able to do that. I mean, how many have we lost so far? They've killed 135 of us. I have about, what, 360 troops, I think? So we're not doing too badly. That's about a third of our forces. So that's not terrible. And I think in general, if we can... Yeah, look at this, look at this. The bows are now coming in. The bows are now coming in. This is absolutely fantastic. I was going to say the nose is now coming in. But no, it's the bows, indeed. So let's actually just tell our forces to spread out a little bit here. And maybe, just maybe, the enemy is not going to get that many cavalry / infantry anymore. Because it feels to me like they're just getting a lot of archers and a lot of skirmishers and stuff like that, which is absolutely perfect for us, to be honest. If we can get that, that's really going to make a huge difference. I think we might even have this in the bag as a result of that, but let's just see. Because obviously there's a bunch of people with shields here, and as I've said, shields are very difficult to deal with, especially for a ranged-only force, which we are kind of doing at the moment. We are going to be changing, obviously, don't worry about that. We will be changing our forces, our troops, our house guards and stuff like that. We will be changing them later on down the line to things that are a little bit more conducive to what we want to do. For example, if we're doing only sieges, then it's probably going to be a good idea for us to get our hands on some heavy infantry. Some actual heavy infantry that are going to be very difficult to eliminate. But as it stands right now, I just want to make sure that we have as much ranged troops as possible, just to make sure that we have every single counter in the world to pretty much anything you could ask for. Like, yeah, sure, okay, fine. If the enemy has a significant amount of cavalry, and I'm talking about actual proper cavalry with lances and stuff like that, and they have so many of them, let's say they have, like, I don't know, 200 or something, you know, 200 of those guys, they will be quite difficult for us to deal with. But we have to remember about the behaviors, right? We have to remember about the behavior of the enemy AI. They will be very unlikely to have a lot of DPS. Their main thing is doing massive damage with one charge and then coming back around and doing another charge and so on and so forth, rinse and repeat. And the DPS of that particular strategy is far too low to deal with a critical mass of units like we have right here. At least in my opinion. So that kind of puts paid to their little ability to try to murder us. What's actually going on here? Why are we running after them or something like that? Yeah. We were actually chasing them. Okay, so we ended up losing quite a actually no, not even that much. We only lost 21. Yeah, but look, Battanian Fian Champions, 151. Look at the Bear-tailed House Guards, by the way. They killed 259. Look at how insane these guys actually are. And they're only tier 3s. That just speaks absolute volumes about how insane they actually are. And they're only tier 3. I cannot get enough of these guys. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I decided to actually go for thrown weapons here. I feel like the thrown weapons that they're currently utilizing are so strong that it's making every bit of difference for us right now. All right, so oh, we got a noble bow right there. Nice. Okay, maybe one of our companions will want it or something like that. I'm not going to claim this fief, by the way. I'm not going to claim this one. I just want to make sure that we are obviously getting it and making sure that it's, well, hopefully. I actually kind of surprised that we even managed to take it, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, 406,000 there. I don't even really care about the money, to be honest, but yes, anyway. Trade agreement. Okay, apparently that doesn't mean anything to us anymore. Okay, so I'm not going to open a bank account or anything like that at the moment. We just got a massive amount of stuff unlocked for our troops as well. And now let's actually see what happens. I would be... Okay, what's this? Why are you demoting me? Are you serious? Okay. I was demoted from High Chieftain to Chieftain. Why? Why did he do that? Okay, that's kind of weird. All right, well, let's vote for the owner of Varcheg then. Okay, so who's going to get it? Yeah, I'll just vote for this guy, I guess. I just want to try to vote for someone that has a low relation with me at the moment, because just in case we want to try to push Mr. Caladog out of the leadership role, then the only way to really do that is with enough support from other people in the faction. So we could potentially do something with that. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's wait here for some time. I did this by myself, by the way. I didn't even do this with any of the army. Any of the people in the army that I actually called for, which is quite funny. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. A strolling minstrel. Alright, yeah, so I think we'll probably do... Shower him with gold and tell him that he should feel free to embellish your story as he sees fit. There we go. And we've just gained the calculating trait. Yeah, so apparently these traits do provide you with gameplay bonuses. If I actually look at... Let me actually just see here. I have something on my screen here. Let me see. There it is. Okay, so basically, if you go for calculating like I have right now, what it does is it influences your persuasion in diplomatic talks. So, for example, things like trying to convert vassals over to your side, trying to do, you know, various things like that, you know? So, if you need to talk to anyone, then having a calculating trait or being cerebral, because calculating is level 1 of that particular trait, but cerebral is level 2. So that means that you're highly strategic. Calculating means that you are just kind of like a little bit. So yeah, this also, according to people, and thank you very much for this, by the way, for letting me know about this, apparently it also affects AI tactical behavior. So if you have someone that is actually a... has the calculating trait, if they have the calculating trait, they will be more tactical in their decision making in regards to the AI's decision making at least. That's the idea anyway. Apart from that, you also have things like generosity and honor and mercy and so on and so forth. And generosity, for example, what that basically does is that changes your party morale. So it changes, you know, basically generous companions raise your party morale, loyalty, fief voting, relations, and so on and so forth. So, in other words, just basically treating your party well makes a huge difference. That's the main deal there. But there's a bunch of other traits, obviously, then, and they all have gameplay benefits. And that's something that I was actually talking about a while ago, and I am extremely, extremely pleased to see that they have done stuff with that, because I was really, really wanting to see what kinds of improvements you could actually gain from the traits, because the traits beforehand did basically nothing at all, as far as I remember. They pretty much did nothing. They had a little bit of flavor here and there, but they weren't really giving you anything super, super significant. And it's just really, really nice that they now have something like that. So I really, really appreciate that. Anyway, let's just level up our archers a little bit more. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't really have much here, so yeah, they're just going to have to make do with what they've got. Let's level these guys a little bit more. There we go. Get those to level 90 with our bow skill. Thank you very much. Skill cap is 85 for these things. Ah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that means that what I'll need to do... yeah, this is the reason why we need as many of these tier 6s as possible. That's the reason why I probably shouldn't have done that, to be honest. I probably shouldn't have added so many troops to begin with. We probably should have done something a little bit different there. But look at our experience. Look at the experience with our bare-tailed house guards here. Look at these insane guys. They have 25,000 experience, ready and waiting. And our bare-tailed house champions are lagging behind so dramatically. It's actually not even funny how much they're lagging behind. It's pretty crazy. Let's actually just refund all of this. There we go. And let's just get a whole bunch more of that. There we go. Yeah, not exactly great, but they do have some pretty decent stuff. So hopefully they'll do a decent job for us in the future. But now that we've got our noble bows and everything, as you can see, everything seems to be much more, well, I wouldn't say much more, but I'd say much simpler a little bit. Kind of. Well, I hope so. Anyway, Mazadaan Castle, Cranarok Castle, they are both up for grabs over there. I kind of want to go for Revel, to be honest. I kind of want to go just crazy and just take as many of these really high value fiefs as possible, because that's going to draw the opponent over to us and hopefully provide the Britannian army, which is over there, with a little bit of a distraction, I guess. A little bit of distraction, maybe something like that. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.